Talking about the Chico City Council, and after its meeting, cars are now temporarily off limits in parts of Bidwell Park. Action News Now reporter Margot Rowe was at the meeting and shows us what led to the decision.
For the next 6 months, 2 roads in Bidwell Park will be closed to vehicular traffic on weekends and national holidays.
The direction tonight was to close South Park Drive from Caper Acres to Centennial to vehicular traffic, close Peterson Memorial Drive in its entirety to vehicular traffic on weekends and national holidays for a 6-month trial. We're leaving South Park Drive open to vehicular traffic from the Cypress entrance to Caper Acres.
The decision happened with several reasons in mind, from locals and council members citing safety concerns, environmental concerns, but it eventually came down to the projects to repave the 2 roadways, with Peterson Drive to be repaved this summer.
Don't close both roads to vehicular traffic.
However, it was split during public comment, where half of the speakers were in favor of closing the roads to vehicles and the other half was not. One Chico mom shared how she and her disabled son love driving through the park together.
One of the things that we really enjoy doing together is actually driving through the park. He has a disability and he has some limitations. He's limited, and that's just one of the ways that we enjoy the park, so I wanted to make sure that the council members were aware of that, and a couple of them definitely are. Unfortunately, they still voted to close it regardless of that they're not going to be working on it for a few more months.
The outcry persuaded Vice Mayor Dale Bennett and Mayor Casey Reynolds to vote no on the closure, but it still passed 5-2, with other council members in favor for several reasons.
I think the fact that it's just on weekends and it's for a trial period makes me more comfortable doing this, because we'll be able to see at the end if it really has had this disrupting effect. And other people might find that, like, hey, I go out there in my wheelchair, I go out there with my stroller, and I feel more comfortable as a result of this,
Several council members brought up the idea of having shuttle services or pedal cabs implemented in the park and directed city staff to look into it. However, those opposed of the closure weren't fans of that idea either.
Their heart is in the right place, but I think that we need to remember that we each individually need to be able to make choices for ourselves as people with disabilities. We don't need someone else to decide what kinds of accommodations they're going to make for us. We want to be able to speak up for ourselves and say we'd like to be able to just continue to do what we've already been doing.
The roads will be closed starting this weekend on Saturday, March 8th. Reporting in Chico, I'm Margot Rowe for Action News Now.
Chico Public Works Director Eric Gustafson says that if the council decides to ban cars altogether on those roads, it would help the city save money on projects and design costs when it comes to the work that will eventually need to be done on South Park Drive.